This is Mars, a rust-colored world far from Earth, where robots are now drilling rocks and searching for signs of ancient life. We've actually touched another world. But how did we get here? It's an incredible story of genius, rivalry, and sacrifice, beginning after World War II with a new kind of war, the space race. On the 4th of October, 1957, the world changed forever when the Soviet Union launched Sputnik 1, a small, polished sphere that orbited Earth, sending a simple, chilling beep. America responded by creating NASA, a new organization with one goal: to win the race for space. They launched their first satellite, Explorer 1, in 1958. But the Soviets were still ahead. On the 12th of April, 1961, Yuri Gagarin became the first human in orbit, circling Earth for 108 minutes, and becoming a global hero. America's President Kennedy made a bold promise to land a man on the moon before the decade was out. This was a giant leap of faith. The Apollo program was born, and astronauts practiced in space with Project Mercury and Project Gemini, learning how to walk in space and dock spacecraft. But the journey was dangerous. Tragedies like the Apollo 1 fire and the Soyuz 1 crash reminded everyone of the great sacrifices made. Out of the ashes came new resolve. The powerful Saturn V rocket carried Apollo 8 to the moon, and astronauts saw Earth rise over the lunar horizon, a fragile blue marble. On the 20th of July, 1969, Neil Armstrong stepped onto the moon. His words, "That's one small step for man, one giant leap for mankind," were heard around the world. After the moon landings, the race cooled, and rivals became partners. An American Apollo and a Soviet Soyuz even docked together in space, shaking hands. Humans learned to live in space long-term, with stations like Skylab and Mir setting endurance records and proving continuous habitation was possible. The space shuttle became a workhorse, building humanity's greatest orbital achievement, the International Space Station, ISS. While we built the ISS, robotic pioneers like the Viking 1 lander and Rovers Spirit, Opportunity and Curiosity were exploring Mars, finding signs of ancient water and ingredients for life. In 2021, the Perseverance rover landed on Mars, with a helicopter named Ingenuity, searching for past life and collecting samples for Earth. Today, we're in a new space race, with many countries and private companies aiming for the Moon and Mars. SpaceX's Starship is designed to build a city on Mars. NASA's Artemis program aims to establish a permanent human presence on the Moon, a stepping stone for the long journey to Mars. From Sputnik's beep to Perseverance on Mars, humanity's journey has been wild. The space race transformed from a rivalry into a global collaboration. The next giant leap awaits. The red dust of Mars is no longer a dream. It's a tangible goal. The story of our space adventure is just beginning.